going to press and hold it. We'll turn it on and listen. Hopefully it'll make a sound. You hear how rich that is? Solid bass. And look at the watch face. Isn't that cool? But wait, there's more. We have a few other installed watch faces. A little analog one. Another analog one with gold. A digital watch face. And then this one, which has a few different options on here. Like you press that and it lets you connect your Bluetooth, which were not connected. With this one, you have your pedometer number of steps just displayed. And here you can hit a phone and you can call a phone number. Of course, you have to be connected with Bluetooth for all that to happen. Okay, so those are the watch faces. I go back to the colorful one. I like that one. When you swipe down, you get this display that shows you your battery, your Bluetooth condition. You can go into airplane mode and you can silence it right here or have volume. When you're back at the watch face, if you swipe up or anyway, but that way, if you swipe left or if you swipe right, you're going to go into all of your apps. So the only way you get that upper display is by swiping down from any page, and you can go into all these pages of apps. These are the installed apps on here. Let's get to the first page, which is right here after the last one. You've got a phone book, which, by the way, is tethered, brings in the phone book tethered from your watch. Dialer, we saw that. Your call logs for calls that you've made from your phone. Remember, this is a tethered type of a watch, so it's pulling in the call logs and contacts from your phone. And then your notifications, your text messages. The next one has a find your device. When you're tethered, you press that, and it's going to beep both your phone and your watch. You can set different alarms on here. You have a basic calendar that shows you today's date, and then it shows you the calendar. Hasn't been synced up yet, so the calendar's not correct. Then you have an audio player. The audio player is pretty cool because the volume is so loud on here. If we are Bluetooth connected and we hit the play, it'll play the music that's on your phone through your watch. And you can adjust the volume on your phone to get it like maximum, and then adjust the volume right here to playback on your watch. And with that really good speaker, it's awesome. Then you come over to a Bluetooth camera. You tap that and it turns your camera into, or your phone into the camera mode, and you can take a selfie or a still picture by pressing a button on your watch to activate the phone on your camera. Whoops. And it's the pictures are stored on your phone. Bluetooth is where you set up your Bluetooth connection with whichever Bluetooth device you've got set up on your phone. Your file manager shows you the files that are on your watch. If you have any pictures you've transferred over or music, this is where you'd see them. Your basic pedometer that you can start and stop right here. So it's not just always running, but you can selectively start it, stop it, and put in all of your basic information, your height, your weight, the goal of number of steps that you want to accumulate, all of that right there in the pedometer. You have a built-in sleep monitor that you can start, and it will track your hours of sleep. And it looks like it's a stopwatch running to give you an overall track of your sleep time in general. Interesting. Okay. Sedentary reminder. This is that looped notification every 30 minutes, up to 300 minutes. It will tell you to get up and move around or take a drink of water or whatever you're choosing. Take medicine, whatever you want for your sedentary reminder. Here's the heart rate, and the diodes are on the back, of course, and you strap that on or use your finger, and it'll take a heart rate measurement for you. Seems to be doing pretty good. These are getting better with the newer watches. You get a reading, and then, of course, you get all of this recorded. Or you can go into a continuous repeat mode, or you can just take a one-time reading, either way. Then you have Siri, when you're tethered, you can press that. If you're on an Android, it'll give you the equivalent of the OK, and you know the rest, Google. If it's on this one, it'll do, with iOS, it'll summons Siri for you. You've got app download, which is the QR code you use to scan, but we know it's the Fundooware app that you're going to be looking for, so you can simply scan on Fundooware in the Google Play Store and download that app to your phone and use it, or you can do the QR code if you'd like to do that. You have a basic stopwatch that we've seen all this before. You can start, stop, you can reset it, make lap time, all sorts of things. Okay, a calculator, which is a basic, simple, but color calculator. The digits are kind of small, a little challenging to read. It'd be nice if they were bigger, but they're all on the screen, which is great. A theme lets you just have different background. You see the bubbles showing up behind the icons, or a flat blue or traditional black. And then your settings and your motion detector. The motion is where you can have it do things when you flip your arm, of muting incoming calls, or alarms, or wake on gesture. When you turn that on, then when the watch is off and you twist your wrist, it should light it up for you. Okay? And then settings. Overall, Bluetooth settings are here. You can power it on. You can make it visible to the phone. You can set your units for metric or imperial. Your clock is where you can set the time, synchronize it, or do it manually, date, time, and time format. Your sound of how it's going to behave, ring only, vibrate and ring, vibrate then ring, all those things, and the different ringtones that you have access to. There's the first one. Second one. Third. I guess there's only three. What's impressive is the full range of sound coming out of this. The bass tones are there. The high frequencies are there. All these are classic. Oh, barely hear that one, the bicycle bell. Really soft on that one. Okay, so you can set all of those tones and the alarm type. Then you set your overall volume level. They're all at maximum right now, 666. Your display lets you have only the 4 apps display. Sometimes they have sequential. You can have them one at a time. Your overall brightness level, we're at about the mid-band. If I go all the way up, it gets really bright. Oftentimes it'll wash out on the camera. And all the way down is really nicely dim. So you have a good range of brightness on this watch. We'll keep it at 3. And then your screen timeout from as little as 5 seconds to up to a minute, which is where I've set it so we don't lose it while we're doing our review. International is all the different languages that you have. If I turn auto sync off, I can show you the different languages that we have installed in this watch. Not a whole lot of them, but a few. Okay, English is chosen, and if I set it on auto, then the language of the associated phone will be what comes into the watch automatically. And you can change the name display from first to last, last to first. And then apps. Apps are where if you have installed any apps into the watch, they will show up here. Up till now, the only one that we've seen in the Fundooware app, in the applications, and again, they're only going to show if I've got it all tethered and set up, is a weather app. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you could kind of, if you're getting weather on the phone from that app, it should be able to transfer over to the watch, and that's where you'd be able to delete that app if you wanted to. You can reset the overall watch here, and About tells you what you're looking at. It's the Z4. There's information, connection, version, release date, August 5th, 2017. So really new firmware on this. So there you have it, the Z4 smartwatch. When you put it on, looks like this, attractive